Hi guys, Michael here. So let's go straight to the topic. Facebook. Everybody knows what's happened. Facebook, Messenger and two other platforms, meaning Instagram and WhatsApp, had undergone technical issues and their website and apps were unavailable. They weren't functioning at all. And of course, it caused a lot of panic. Most likely, many indications suggest that this was some sort of technical glitch with the company DNS servers, which is domain name server. So everything coincided with the time with the testimony of the whistleblower, which revealed herself. The person is an ex-Facebook employee who took with her thousands of documents legibly, proving that company prioritizes in a nutshell, we can say profit over safety in many scenarios. For example, during the presidential elections, they turned on and then turned off some of the tools that were supposed to stop spreading misinformation and so on. So we can see it's a big deal. But of course, we can argue as for the company management, as for the actions they are making. And I will tell you that this is not the end of the world, nor the end of the Facebook. So if that is enough for you, you can finish here. But if you want to hear why, then please stay and watch further. We will go to the platform and check all of the details about the Facebook company, and we will just check the charts if it is a possible moment to short the stock. Okay guys, so now I will discuss the indicators that can support my theory, because many people on the mainstream media are trying to make you fear about something, make you conduct some actions, and just make a story that will be clicked on their website, and people will talk about that. That's the thing from which mainstream media are living, right? From which they are making money. But if you take into account real stats of the Facebook as a company, the pure numbers as for the which are standing behind this company. If we take a look at the chart, we see that, for example, Facebook was a particularly very volatile company. And here you have the moment from 2018 where the price of the stock fell for around 40%, and here it was a huge panic because there was the Mark Zuckerberg testimony in front of the Congress, and there was a fear that the Facebook would be shut down, it would be illegal to operate, right? And you see that it was around 40%. The price was over here around 215 to 220. Yeah, 210 we can say, more or less, and here the price was around 120, and it was around a 40% pullback. And as you can see, pullbacks are normal. Here we have right now the pullback of around 13%. So I don't think that is something major happening right now. And yeah, let's put on our chart some numbers like the revenue. As you can see, revenue is constantly growing, even in the moments when there was a huge correction, when there was a fear. Even if we add, for example, earnings per share without the one-time event, you can see it is also constantly growing with some smaller moments when there was small decline. But fun fact, check this situation, guys. Even when there was a fear on the market, when the stock price fell for 40%, the earnings per share were still growing. So you can see that people are trying to manipulate you. People are trying to makes you think that something is happening, something is going on. If you will watch lately, maybe open Bloomberg, CNBC, stuff like that, read the articles. Constantly they're bashing on stocks, constantly there's something going on, constantly there has some problems, and but if you will, you know, check the fundamentals, check the stats, everything is fine at the moment. And for example, here I would not rather look for, you know, some kind of moments to sell, rather to buy additional amount of shares, because that is a good moment when we have 13%, you know, promotion, we can say. So you can add multiple stats, and the conclusion will be the same. There are solid foundations, that the company is, you know, very healthy, and they are operating very well. Additional thing, that Facebook is one of the most the companies with the highest margin. The gross margin of Facebook is 80%. 80%, guys. It is a very healthy margin. Let's go for the summary. And this is operating margin. Let's go down here and let's go for gross margin. 80%. And it is growing every year. So if you have if we go back to our stats, that if you check the revenue, which is constantly growing, the margin, which is constantly growing, so we can forecast that future earnings will be even better, right? So there is no foundations to think that Facebook might be right now a bad deal, or I don't know, maybe it will be, you know, the end of the Facebook at the moment, because those moments right here, there are one-time events, so-called. If you took, for example, companies like, I don't know, Moderna, or I don't know, other pharmaceutical companies that you know, for most of the time they are not making profits, but they are making at one-time events, like previously, you know, the pandemic. If we refer it to the current situations, you know, things like this will happen all the time. The glitch on the, you know, server side, and some, you know, minor issues will happen from time to time. There's nothing major happening right now. And they're on the media that are trying to, you know, show you like, oh, it's the biggest, you know, outage since 2008, blah blah blah. But it has nothing to do with the with the facts. And the facts are, for example, that Facebook is not dependent on the external company, on the third-party company. They have their own hardware, they have their own servers, so they are operate basically by themselves, right? They are developing their brands like Instagram, WhatsApp, and they are making it all of all of the profit based on their hardware. So yeah, even if you want to talk about, you know, simple technical stuff, if we go to the charts, this is the Facebook daily chart, and this red line is the 200 period moving average. And you see over here that on this event, when there was this 40% drawdown, the 40% correction, 40% pullback, no, correction, sorry, pullback is more or less 10 to 20%. This was a short correction, and yeah, you can see it was a V shape. It was very quickly went down and very quickly recovered, and we see right here right here at this moment, you can't say that it is a bear market, because the bear market is characterized by, you know, not so strong and sudden move, rather slowly decreasing in price. That is a bear market. And what we are seeing over here, the very sharp, strong, short movement, it is simply a correction. If we zoom in, you can see we didn't even reach the 200 period moving average, which is, you know, watched by many investors, retail or fund, etc. It is one of the most popular gauge for the stocks and assets overall. As you can see over here, it broke through the 200 period moving average and then went down. So as we can say, if we take it into account and we are trying to, you know, look for some opportunities, firstly we would need to go down to the 200 period moving average, break it, and form some kind of a chart pattern, or some others, wait for some other signal that will give us a sign, will indicate for us that the stronger move to the downward will continue, will begin. So that is my assessment of the Facebook company at the moment. So you need to have in mind that mainstream media will try to frighten you, will try to manipulate the information in favor of them. So you would more likely to click on their article, read their article, watch their show, etc., and so on and so forth. But as I said, the margin 80%, the very healthy, very strong earnings, very strong revenues, growing revenues, and earnings per share, that says all about the company. That is all. As for the Facebook, I probably you were expecting something different when you look at the thumbnail and overall agenda that is on the on the media, on the internet. I hope that I shed some light on the situation, and just follow for more. Thank you for watching. Bye.